Today, Alex is off to the nether in search of a basalt delta biome. Fortunately, there is one close to the nether portal, so Alex quickly proceeds in that direction. The reason Alex is looking for this biome is because he intends to make a magma cream and froglight farm. Magma cream is useful for making potions of fire resistance, something Alex will need a lot of when he goes in search of ancient debris later. One can also use magma cream to make magma blocks, a block often used in kill chambers for many different farms. It is also used in gold farms. Froglights are a beautiful decorative lighting block, which Alex will use in many of his future builds. Magma farms can be made one of two ways, either by using a magma spawner, which generates naturally in bastion remnants, or by taking advantage of the fact that they generate naturally in the basalt delta. In fact, more magma can be farmed in the basalt delta than with a magma spawner, as the spawn rates are lower with a spawner. The best farm must be built above the nether roof. Alex places scaffolding to reach the underside of the roof and searches for a bedrock block that is at height 127. In other words, Alex can only get through to the roof where the bedrock is only 1 block thick. He places 2 ladders and climbs them, so his head is pressing against the bedrock above him. Using an ender pearl, he throws it at the roof and emerges above the bedrock. The roof is ideal because aside from a few mushrooms and any builds from other players, there is nothing on top of the roof. There are also no mobs, as they cannot spawn on bedrock. The only place mobs will spawn will be in Alex's farm. Alex makes a nether portal on the roof, so he can travel easily between the overworld and the nether roof. When he passes through the portal, he finds himself in the middle of a mangrove biome, which is ideal as Alex will need frogs, and frogs spawn naturally in the mangrove. Magma cubes, when they are at their smallest, and when eaten by a frog, will drop magma cream and froglights. There are 3 colors of froglight, and the color of the froglight corresponds to the type of frog that eats the magma. There are 3 kinds of frogs. The warm frog will spawn in the mangrove and is white. Alex will need to breed frogs, and while they are a tadpole, he must move them to another biome to get another frog type. So Alex collects 3 white warm frogs for breeding. He makes a 2-deep hole and fills it with water. While frogs are very good at jumping, when they are in water, they cannot jump. So leaving them in the water, with a 1-block high wall on all sides of the water, stops them from escaping. He feeds them with slime, the frog's food of choice. Frogs will follow the player when they hold slime in either hand. Once in breeding mode, one of the 2 frogs will leave frog spawn on the surface of the water. The frog spawn cannot be collected by the player. Alex must wait until the frog spawn hatches into tadpoles. Once tadpoles, Alex collects each one of them using a bucket with water in it. He obtains 5 buckets of tadpoles, but he requires 6, so he repeats the process of breeding the frogs. With the buckets in hand, Alex proceeds by boat to a nearby biome where he can grow the tadpoles into temperate frogs. Any forest or meadow, as long as it is not snowy, can yield temperate frogs. A complete list of biomes is listed on the Minecraft wiki. He places 3 tadpoles in a 2x2 area and waits. Once the tadpoles grow up, Alex connects 2 of them to a fence with a lead, while taking the 3rd to a boat. He will take them by boat, one by one, to the nether portal and through the nether. Once on the other side, Alex ties up the frogs to a fence post using leads. Once he has taken the 3 temperate frogs to the nether, Alex takes 3 warm frogs from where he bred the frogs. Once he has 3 of each of these frog types, he then searches for a snowy biome where he can grow the 3rd frog type, the cold frog. Once he has located a nearby snowy biome, he takes note of the coordinates, divides the X and Z coordinates by 8, and heads back to the nether roof to make a second nether portal at these coordinates, so he has a connection from the nether roof to the snowy biome. Before he breeds the cold frogs, he must collect powdered snow. While powdered snow can be farmed, there is rarely a need for it, so Alex collects 49 buckets of powdered snow from a nearby snowy mountain. Powdered snow looks the same as ordinary snow blocks. The only difference is that the player will sink through powdered snow and can die by freezing in it. Leather boots can counter the effects of powdered snow. Next, Alex makes a 2x2 hole with water and places 3 tadpoles in the water. As water in the snowy biome can freeze and kill the tadpoles, Alex places torches just above the water. Once adults, Alex takes all 3 frogs with leads and pulls them across the nether portal. From there, he takes them to the first portal on the roof. Alex now has 9 frogs, 3 of each type on the nether roof in the basalt delta. It's time to build the magma farm. Alex needs the ingredients listed here. He begins by building out a 15 by 15 stone platform, leaving a 1-block airspace above the bedrock. He leaves open a 3-wide channel down the center of the platform, where he will later place hoppers. He places a double chest and 3 hoppers feeding into it. From there, he extends the 3 hopper lines the length of the platform. Next, he places rail on the platform. On both sides of the rail, there is a powered rail, as well as in 2 places in the middle. He then adds a stone block behind each powered rail on either side of the platform and a lever on the stone block, which he turns on. This powers the rail. Using a trapdoor, Alex goes under the platform and places levers under the stone where the middle-powered rails are located. Once he has done this, he adds 15 hopper minecarts to each of the rail lines. Above the hopper minecarts, he adds a second stone platform. This completes the collection mechanism for the farm. Around the second platform, Alex must build a 6-block high wall. While frogs can jump up to 8 blocks high, one could make the wall the same height. But in trials with the farm, it has not been observed that a frog had successfully jumped above the 6-high wall. Moreover, as the farm is fully enclosed, the frog would not be able to leave the farm. Once 5 blocks high, Alex begins the process of placing the powdered snow. He places a 7 by 7 grid of stone on the platform, each with a 1 air space between them. He places the powdered snow on top of each block and then breaks the stone block below the placed snow. It's time to bring the frogs. Alex pierces a 2 wide and high hole in the wall and makes temporary steps to take the frogs onto the platform. He brings them with the leads to the platform and attaches them to a temporary fence post on the platform. He will remove the fence and leads once the farm is completed. That completes the kill zone for the magma. Alex closes the hole in the wall and removes the temporary steps. It's time to build out the magma spawning platform. Alex begins by adding the 6th level to the wall and rounds the corners of the square platform. He then uses scaffolding to reach the center of the farm, where he places an upper slab. Around the upper slab, he places stone brick walls and a single button on the slab itself. This is the home to the iron golem, which the magma will pathfind to. Alex adds the 4 iron blocks and pumpkin above the platform and shears the pumpkin to make an iron golem. Alex removes the scaffolding. Alex counts out 8 more blocks to build the perimeter of the magma spawning platform, as the magma will only see and pathfind to the iron golem when it is 16 blocks or less from the iron golem. This is the largest platform that can be made. The perimeter, once filled, then requires a wall. Using glass blocks, Alex adds a 5-high wall around it. He starts with a 2-high glass wall before completing the rest. Once the glass wall and ceiling is completed, Alex places a single scaffolding in the very center of the glass roof. As the farm is now closed and ready, Alex can break the fence post and free the frogs. Next, Alex adds scaffolding until he reaches built height limit. There, he adds a 3x3 glass platform. This is his AFK spot. As long as he is here and magma will spawn within 128 blocks of the player. The only place where magma can spawn is on the spawn platform. As soon as Alex is at the AFK platform, magma begin to spawn. They see the iron golem and begin jumping towards it. They fall into the lower kill chamber, where the powdered snow will break down any magma that are more than 1 block high into their smallest form. Once in their smallest form, the 9 frogs will eat the magma, which in turn will drop magma cream and froglights. The froglights are an excellent source of lighting and are perfect in many builds. Next, using a plugin called Zero's World Map, Alex searches on the nether roof for a nether fortress. The nether roof is the safest way to explore the nether, as there are no mobs or obstacles to navigate around. Once he finds a fortress, he looks for the room with nether wart in it, which is red in color and is in 2 2x5 soul sand farm plots, as shown here. He notes the coordinates, multiplies the X and Z coordinates by 8, and navigates to the coordinates in the overworld. Alex builds a nether portal and enters the fortress. He must act quickly. He heads first to the nether wart and collects them. He can grow more later, back at his base, now that he has nether wart. He then searches for a blaze, a yellow flying creature that shoots fire at the player. He must kill one with his sword to collect a few blaze rods. Once he has done this, he finds his way back to the overworld. Success. He has the nether wart and blaze rods he needs. Finally, Alex must brew a potion of fire resistance. He collects water in 3 glass bottles. He crafts blaze powder from 1 blaze rod. He places the blaze powder, water bottles, and nether wart in the brewing stand. He receives an awkward potion to which he adds the magma cream. To make the length of the potion last longer, Alex adds a redstone dust to the potion of fire resistance. Alex is ready for the next step in his adventure. Join Alex at Noob Friendly and craft your own adventure.